Teachers, I'm going to show you a way to set up Apple Classroom classes as well as what the students will see on their side. First, you'll need to go to the App Store and download the Apple Classroom app. This is the icon down here. Once you have that downloaded and you've set it up, this is what the app will look like, except you won't have any classes yet, but you will have the plus sign. It'll always be there for you to be able to create more classes. So you'll need to name your class. So 4B Math, you pick your icon, you pick your color, so you can color code your classes so it's quick and easy, and it will appear. When you first open it, of course you have no students, so you need to invite them. If you go up here to your three dots, you can invite students. When you do that, then they will see certain information on their iPad. So when they go into settings, they're not going to see anything for Classroom yet, but when you have this invitation open, then underneath Bluetooth, Classroom will appear. When they click on it, it's going to show their class invitation to add that class. When they select that, it'll have their information blank if they've never joined a class. If they have joined classes, it'll already have their name in there since it's the same for all of their classes. They're going to have to type in their name and information, and then they'll need to type in your code. When they go to do this, it's not going to show a cursor down here for them to know that they're typing. They just need to start typing the numbers and they will appear automatically. When they are finished putting in their information, they need to click Add at the top corner, and their screen will go to Waiting for Teacher, and they will appear in your box. When all of your students you need to add are in there, then you have to add them as well. Once that happens, it'll go and it'll show their list of classes. Another thing that is on their iPad is allowing the teacher to lock apps and the device. You will want to change that from Ask to Always so that you are always allowed to lock their iPad without them controlling that feature. Another thing with Apple Classroom is they have to have their Bluetooth on in order for all of these things to work. So the great thing about Apple Classroom is you can see their screens. So when you click on this icon at the top, you will see the screens of your students. But of course, you're going to want the screen larger. So if you're on a MacBook, you will click Command and the plus sign at the same time. And you can create everyone's screen much larger. If you just want to view one student's screen large, you're going to click on them and you're going to see a lot of options. One of them is to view screen, and that will take up your entire screen just to look at theirs. And if their iPad was in another view, it would turn with it, and you can watch everything they are doing no matter what they want to do. So then there are other things that you can do for just certain students. You can individually lock their iPad, mute their iPad, hide the app that they have open. It'll send them to the home screen. You can navigate them. You can send them to a certain web page on Safari. You can also open up other apps on their device from here as well. If you have Apple TV, you can AirPlay them to your board, or you could even just remove them if they have moved away from your school. If you want to control everyone's devices, then you'll go back up here to your three dots and you can hide everyone's apps, you can lock everyone's iPad, or you can mute everyone's iPad, and it will show that all students have locked. When this happens on their iPad, it will say this iPad has been locked by Miss Korn or whoever the teacher is. To unlock everyone's iPad, you go to the exact same place and it will repeat the process. They will be on their lock screen and they will have to actually go back in by hitting their home button or keyboard to open back up to the actual home screen. On here, other things that teachers have done in the past is create groups. I know every year for Zearn, I create 2 separate groups per class. One is Zearn Group 1, one is Zearn Group 2, so that when I want to just see half of my class's iPads on a time, I can select my groups. So to create the groups, you would go to File and click New Group, or you could just do Command N and you could start them. So for Zearn Group 1, Zearn 1, I could create that group and I can add whichever students I need. So I'm going to add my example student to that and I'm going to click Done. So then if I had more students and I just wanted to see Zearn Group 1, I would click on Groups. Otherwise, if I want to see everyone, I would go to All Students. You'll also see every student, the app that they are on is listed here, and you'll see the number of students on those apps. So if I had a student that was in the calculator, then I can see that someone over here is on the calculator. If someone were to go to the Microbit app, again, it will list the Microbit app and list the number of people that are there. When class is over and I'm ready to end class, I'm going to go back over here and select End Class. Now I'm going to see every app that was used on a student iPad. It's going to list every single app. It's also going to say which students used it, as well as which students joined the class. From here, you just click Done. The class has already been ended, and you'll see all your classes listed again. And you'll repeat the same process every day. Beginning a class, you'll open it back up, and you'll see your students. It takes a moment to load sometimes, but it will go to their screens if you have this selected already. You can use Apple Classroom from your iPad, your Mac, or your MacBook Air, whatever you have. The only thing is, your classes that you create on a device are not automatically on all of your other devices. Every year as a backup, I use 2 of my Apple devices and I create classes on each of them, and I have all of my students join both classes. That way, if I need one device for something and I'm using the other one to watch their iPads, I can do that. If for some reason I let my MacBook die, it's no longer charged, I can still view them from my iPad or my Mac, and I can see everything they are doing from there. That's just as a backup, that's personal preference. Again, ending class. If a student leaves, you can remove all students. At the end of the year, you can go to remove all students if you want to just reuse all of your class names, colors, and icons. And it's going to get rid of everyone, so you're starting fresh. So that is what I have done with these for this school year. I hope this helps, and that is all.